Hello friends, welcome to another video on configuring GST in Wings ERP 21E. In this video today, let's see how to configure the tax structure. The tax structure in Wings essentially does two things. One is it allows you to choose the various tax scenarios, that is the tax events which apply to you, and also it allows you to configure the accounts to which the tax amount should be posted. Later in this video we will also see how to put all of these configurations together and see how the tax is actually calculated in the transaction streams. Let's go to the software now. You can choose which tax scenarios applies to you in the GST wizard. Now you can see that all the legislations which are applicable in India, they are listed here. You have the CGST legislation, then the various SGST legislations which are state wise and union territory wise, then the IGST legislation and cess legislation. Now the configuration is similar to all. I'll just show you how to do one. Based on that you could do the rest of them. So let us proceed with CGST. So the first thing you do in the configuration is choose which categories applies to you. So Wings comes with pre-configured categories, and out of the pre-configured categories you first choose which categories of products applies to you. So I have chosen 5% and 18%. Click next. Then the various business scenarios which apply to you, that is in purchases, whether you are dealing with registered dealers interstate, whether you are dealing with unregistered dealers interstate. So choose the ones which are applicable to you. The section on the top deals with tax paid scenarios. It's basically the purchase and related transactions, and the bottom section deals with tax collected or sales scenarios. Click next. So you can see an applicability matrix here. So for each scenario, Wings gives you what kind of provisions apply. And click next. Here you configure the various accounts to which the tax amount should be posted. We'll go a bit depth into this concept here. Wings allows you to do three kinds of configurations. The first one is you can post tax collected and paid accounts to common collected and paid accounts. So in case you are dealing with one rate of tax only and the other tax rates are insignificant, or in case where you want to maintain just one common collected and paid accounts for all tax rates, choose this scenario and select the input account in the GST paid account column here, and then the output or the collected account in the CGST collected account here. In case you are collecting advances and any advances are received from customers and you are paying GST tax on the advances, create an advance account and tag it here. After this we will look into how to create these accounts in the chart of accounts. So the second option which Wings allows you is to post the tax amounts rate wise for both collected and paid. So if you click this, you will see that Wings comes pre-populated with all the transaction types based on the category. So you choose in here, you choose to which account it applies. You are seeing only two accounts because I have created only two. So you can create rate wise collected and paid accounts and tag the relevant account here. Let's now see how to create these accounts in the chart of accounts. We'll just cancel this, go to the chart of accounts. In case of a running concern, the tax collected would normally be more than the tax paid on purchases. So ultimately there is always a running liability on the taxes. So it makes sense to create the tax accounts under current liabilities and provisions group. So I just choose let's just choose the other current liabilities here. You can see that two accounts are already been created. let's create some more here. Since we are creating CGST related accounts, we will create rate-wise CGST input and output tax accounts. So click on the node and then click new master. So let's say we are creating CGST 18% input tax account. In the account type here, choose CGST input tax accounts and then click on save. Similarly, let's create CGST output tax account. Here in the account type we choose GST output tax account and then save. Similarly, you can create other tax rates accordingly. What I have shown you is for CGST only. You could go ahead and create it for SGST, IGST and sales as well. Now, having created these accounts, let's now go back to the wizard. Let's remove the wizard. So coming back to our example, in the 18%, so here we have let's take the example of purchases. So interstate purchases from registered dealers, here you would have CGST 18% input tax, because on purchases it would be input, and on sales, say interstate sales to registered dealers or to others as well, you can choose the output tax account. So do this for all this in case you want rate wise collected and paid accounts. And in case where tax is an expense to you, where you are an unregistered dealer for example, choose this option where you don't want the amounts to be posted to different accounts, but you want the amounts to be posted to sales and purchase accounts. Choose tax collected and paid accounts and then save this wizard. Click next and then finish. So this saves the tax structure. So once you do this, the next thing you do is tag the commodity codes and categories to the tax structure master. Let's see how to do that. Go to company setup, GST and then tax structures. Create the tax structures based on the nature of the product or service, so that it's, when assigning the tax structure to the product, it's easily identifiable. That is in case you have many masters of say televisions, when you're assigning the tax structure to the various television models, the television product masters, it's easy if you can identify the tax structure with the name of the type of item itself, that is televisions. So create the masters based on the nature of the product there. So I click create the tax structure master, then click on select it and click on properties. Now you can see that all the legislations are displayed here. So configure the category for the relevant legislations. Say we are dealing with the tax structure for Telangana state, so GST TS. TS stands for Telangana there. So choose that. In the properties window, choose which product category it belongs to. Say GST 18%, from which date it applies. So 0107. Television is actually 18%, so choose 28%. Sorry, so choose 28% here. And the GST commodity code the creation of which we saw in earlier videos, choose that and click OK and save this configuration. So this creates the tax structure there. Now then we go to the product masters, and then here you choose the relevant product. Let's create a new master. Say television model 1. Save it. Then assign the tax structure there, which is televisions. So even in future, if there is a change in rate, you don't have to go and modify the product properties. All you have to do is make the relevant modifications in this tax structure, and the modified rates would automatically get applied across the product. So this is how you configure taxes in Wings. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.